Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll actually be telling you a little story. It's very embarrassing, but I wanted to mix it up, and I do enjoy telling stories, and sometimes appalling things do happen to me that I just really want to share with you guys. So if you would like to see more story time, subscribe to my channel. Also give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. But otherwise, let's jump into it. So in order for this story to make some sense, I need to lay some context for you guys. So I live in Orange County and I work here, but for my work I needed to go up to LA to do some training. So I was going there fairly often, a couple times a week actually, and so I have some friends in Santa Monica that are the best, and they would let me come stay with them. And so I'd go up like the night before I had to work. I'd stay with them that night, I'd go to work that day, and usually stay that night until late to kind of try and avoid traffic. So one day they say to me, hey, like, let's go to Pure Barre. I'm like, what in the world is Pure Barre? And they're like, oh, it's so much fun. You're gonna love it. There's music and like you feel so great after. I was like, I don't know. And somehow they convinced me and they roped me into it, and I went, and it was so hard. And the whole point of Pure Barre is doing these tiny, very focused isometric movements. It is painful. Like, their whole thing is like doing it until you're shaking. Like, that is the goal, is to be like shaking trying to hold these poses. So that's that. And I visited my friends a lot, and I went and did 2 classes with them in Santa Monica. And after I had, was done doing my trainings up in LA, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to go up to Santa Monica obviously to do these classes, and I realized that there are classes down here near me. So I decided I was going to sign up for a free week down here, and I asked my mom, and I said, Mom, you should do it too. You should come with me. And I somehow convinced her to do it. And so we signed up for a class. I was off work at 5:30. We were going to go to the class at 6:40. It was going to be great. We had it all planned out. So we get there, and we walk in, they like give us a little tour, explain what everything is, because I mean, I'd done it before, but my mom hadn't, so she needed like a rundown. And we get into position and everything's fine, and we start doing the class. And I've done it a couple times now. I feel like I know what I'm doing, so I need to push myself and try really hard. I'm like dripping sweat, like literally falling off my face onto the ground, dripping sweat. And there was one move where we bent down and then we got back up, and when we rolled up, I'm checking on my mom as we're going through the class and making sure she's okay. I said, Mom, how are you feeling? How's it going? And she says, oh yeah, I'm doing good, but I feel a little dizzy. And right at that moment I was like, oh, me too. And not like that momentary kind of dizzy you get sometimes when you stand up, but like a perpetuating dizziness where I was like, and I kind of tried to keep doing the moves, but I was like, this is not gonna work. So I walk out of the room very suddenly without telling my mom, without telling anyone in the class. I just walk out, and I go outside, and I'm feeling so dizzy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pass out. So I go in there, and I'm like breathing heavy, and the lady at the front desk says, she's like, are you okay? Like, can I get you some water? I'm like trying to play it off and be cool. I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, it's fine. And it's a small area in that front room. She's like, you should really sit down. There was a bench. So I sit down on the bench, and I'm like all hunched over. I literally put my head between my legs, the whole thing. And then this woman walks in, and there's like a little changing area in there, and she goes in there and is changing. And of course, right as this is happening, and she's, like right behind me, my stomach starts to feel a little funny. My first thought is, oh gosh, am I gonna poop myself? I'm not joking. It was a genuine thought, because I was so dizzy. I was like, if I do end up needing to poop, there's no way that I'm going to be able to make it to any bathroom. So I'm sitting there so dizzy, contemplating my options. My first thought was, okay, I can run back into the studio that I just came out of and run to the bathroom and try and poop there. But I really didn't think I was gonna make it if I tried to do that. So I was like, okay, option 2, I run out this front door that's right here and poop in the bush right in front of the studio, in the parking lot. And my third thought was, I might just poop my pants right here, right now. Thankfully, I did not poop my pants, but I did end up needing to fart. And your girl was ripping some stinky ones. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be honest, they were not good. And they were silent. Thankfully, I wasn't like actually making loud sounds, but they did not smell good. And so, it's getting worse. I start to lose feeling in my arms. They're tingling. I'm like trying to squeeze my hands to make sure I don't like lose feeling in my arms. I'm like, oh God, oh God. And so it's getting worse. And so at this point I'm like, I have to lay down. There's no other choice. And I lay down literally in the middle of the walkway from the front door into the classroom. Just blocking it right in front of the front desk. And the woman comes out of the changing room and she sees me laying on the floor after I had just been sitting there. And she's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine, just a little dizzy. She's like, do you want me to get you some juice from next door? Which was a nectar juice bar, which is kind of like a Sun Life and Jamba Juice mixed together. And I was like, no, I'm fine. And she's like, okay. So she leaves and the lady at the front desk doesn't know what to do with me. She's like, are you feeling okay? I'm like, I will be soon. So I just lay there for another like 5 or 10 minutes and eventually I don't feel as dizzy, but my arms are still tingling, kind of like asleep. And so I'm trying to deal with that, but I was like, I need to get back in there. I need to just like not have this be happening anymore. So I go back in and I finish the class and I keep going. And I mean, I go like not hard at all. Like I'm very low key, just trying to make it through. But the whole rest of the night I was like very shaky and just like felt horrible. And I think what it was is that I was just dehydrated and I was pushing myself way too hard. So if you're looking to get into Pure Barre, all I gotta say to you is be hydrated, go at your own pace, don't let anybody make you feel bad about what you need to do for yourself, and just know that it is hard, but you will feel very strong afterwards. It's really empowering once you finish the class because you're like, I just did that, that was so hard. So I finished it, I was proud of myself that I finished it even though I felt like I was gonna pass out. But yeah, that was the time I almost passed out at Pure Barre. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. And thanks for being here, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!